Dear Tally users, welcome to Tally DNA. In this video, we are going to demonstrate a small TDL to avoid e-invoicing errors. Let's start demonstrating the TDL now. After loading the TDL, restart the Tally and open the company in which e-invoicing is enabled. Now I am going to create a sale invoice to show you how the TDL is working. From the sale invoice, I'm selecting a customer ledger. Immediately on selecting a customer ledger, the TDL will validate the errors from the party master and giving you an alert. As you can see here, it shows warning message that the buyer pin code must have 6 characters for e-invoice applicable transactions, which means either the pin code field is empty or it is invalid in the party master. What you can do, either you can update the pin code in the party master by pressing Ctrl Enter. Otherwise, you can ignore the error and update the same in the supplementary section. I'm just ignoring the error to show you how it is getting controlled in the supplementary section. After pressing enter, it will show you the next possible error from the master. Now here it shows the GSTN is invalid. Actually, I have set the party registration type as regular, whereas GST registration number I have not entered. That is the reason we are getting the error. If the party registration type is set as unregistered, then the error will not come. Since e-invoice is not applicable for unregistered dealer, the error will not come. And I'm skipping the error. And in the supplementary section, for generating e-invoice, address is a mandatory information, whereas here there is no address. I'm trying to proceed further. Now it is not allowing me to proceed further and asking to enter the address. So after entering a address, it is allowing me to proceed further. Now in the pin code, the same way it is restricting me to enter the pin code. So what I do, I'm entering the pin code, and the same way in the GSTN also. The same restrictions are getting applied in the ship to section also. Since we have validation in the ship to part, by default it is getting enabled. I'm entering all the mandatory informations here also. Now in the place of supply, by default the ship to place, that means the delivery state and the place of supply should match. I'm just trying to select different state, whereas it is not allowing and it says invalid place of supply. If that is different, then it will not allow us to proceed further. I'm just selecting the proper state. Now it is asking to select the sales ledger. Here I have created two sales ledger. In one I have said GST is not applicable, and that is what non-GST sales, and in one I have given proper GST settings. I'm just selecting non-GST sales. It says please select GST enable sales ledger. Without that, it will not allow me to proceed further. So I'm just selecting the proper sales ledger to proceed further. Now in the inventory part, normally for inventory we need to validate the unit of measurement, UQC code, GST applicability, HSN code, and taxability. All these fields are taken care for validation. So you can see I have created two items. In one I have given proper GST settings, and in this I have not given certain GST settings. So I'm just selecting this item. Upon selecting it shows GST applicability set as not applicable. So without that, it will not allow us to select the item. What I will do, I will press Ctrl Enter and set the GST applicability. So I'm entering just 4 digit of HSN. Now it shows HSN must have minimum 6 characters. For generating e-invoice, the HSN code must have 6 to 8 characters. If something below or above that will get restricted. So I'm just going there and updating the proper HSN code. After doing that, it is allowing me to proceed further. I'm proceeding further now. I'm just trying to save the entry where it's it shows me an error that the tax amount is not matching, which means I have GST ledger. That is the reason it is giving an error. So I'm selecting the proper GST ledger and trying to save the entry. Now it throws an error that the bill to ship to place is not mentioned. For generating e-invoice, the bill to ship to place is mandatory. That is why it is throwing an error. So what I will do, I will go to the provide e-invoice details and enter the bill to ship to. After updating that fields, it will allow me to accept the entry. After accepting, it will ask you the GST and e-way bill credentials. So you can enter those information to generate the e-invoice. Once the e-invoice is created for the transaction, once the e-way bill is created, then this TDL will not allow the user to make any alteration in the invoice unless the IRN is cancelled. So by default, other than master admin, the delete option will get disabled. Only the master admin can delete any transaction, whereas the other users can have a cancel option. Even for IRN generated invoices, they will not have a cancel option also. And we have given one more restriction. I'm just trying to insert a voucher in between. Now it says you cannot insert voucher in between, which means inserting a voucher will lead to renumbering of subsequent voucher, and that will lead to mismatch in the IRN information. That is the reason we have restricted that. Not just an insert, and the user even cannot change the date. So even changing date also will lead to renumbering of subsequent vouchers. We are restricting that also. That's it, guys. If there is any feedback, you can find my direct WhatsApp chat link in the description. You can click on that and you can give your feedback to improve the product. The same way, if you want to have a personalized demo or if you want to buy the TDL, you can chat with me. We'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you.